Okay, welcome everybody. This is the VANTEC Angel Network. We've been meeting together almost like this. After, pre-COVID times we were in person, but COVID times we're meeting online. We've been meeting each other like this for 23 years, every single month, except for the month of August because our team needs a break. But it's really glad to see, we're really glad to see so many people in this meeting today. So I'm just going to run through what we're going to be doing and tell you a little bit about VANTEC. So we've got a mission that was established by my colleague, Mike Volker. And I don't know if he's on the line. I guess not. Okay, but back in April 1999, the whole premise was to grow our local angel investing community and increase the investments made. And so since then, over 23 years, we've done a lot of companies. I think we're closer to 3,000 than we are 2,500. And a lot of these companies have received investments from the VANTEC Angels, and a lot of them have given us some great exits, a few unicorns that we can brag about. So what did we do? So in 2021, 102 companies raised $19.2 million. And that beat the numbers from the previous year in 2020, when 87 companies raised $14.6 million. And we got all these statistics because we get support from NACO and from NRC, IRAP, and some other angel groups. So other entities that support angel groups. So when you see a little survey from us in your email asking for data, please do fill it out, because this is what really helps us get the statistics, and we could really point to our community as a real engine of economic growth for Canada. We've got a couple of funds that are very active in the space. One that's been founded by Mike Volker, who is also the founder of VANTEC, and one founded by our community, started by called eFund. So those are the two main funds that are associated with VANTEC, but there are all other funds as well. And between these two funds, we do a lot of investing, as you can see, more than 30 investments. To be a member of VANTEC, you could either be a full member or an online member. The only difference is that with the online member, you don't come to the event on the day of, but you do get access to the recordings. And if you are a member of a partner group like Keiretsu or Angel Forum or some other angel group, or even better, if you're part of a fund like WIDF or eFund, your full membership benefits is reduced by 50%, down to $400 for 12 months instead of $600. For that, you get 11 meetings, plus bringing your guests. You get to attend the pre-screenings. There is an investor Slack channel, and you get access, of course, to the recorded meetings and company profiles. In 2022, it's still pretty early in the year, but we're well underway in some of the new initiatives that we started for 2022. Investors, the ones, there are investor deep dives for all the full presenters that we see today. So today we have 3 full presenters, and next week we give them a physical location at SFU Venture Labs if they wish to take it. But a lot of our full presenters also have online. So if you're interested in doing a deep dive in any of these full presenters, just email them directly, and they will send you the particulars of where they would be physically, and or a video link for them to answer your questions in the deep dive. Just take a look at our website for today's agenda, vantec.ca, and click on today's calendar, and you will get that kind of information. Just scroll down. Next week, also something new, we're going to have a VANTEC community social. So the deep dives run from 3 to 4. Right afterwards, those people who are showing up in person we'll get a free community social for members and companies that presented today. And anybody else who's not a member or not a presenter, there are early bird tickets, and it's only a very small price, $10 or else $20, which includes appies and 2 drink tickets. So sign up for that. That will be coming up next week on May 11th.
I look forward to closing with you and learning more.
Are we competing for airtime? So whoever's speaking, please mute. All right. Office hours, we are having office hours as well. So we got founder office hours and investor office hours. Just email us at info@vantec.ca and we'll send you back some details. Like to give a shout out to our annual sponsors. Some of them have been with us for almost 2 decades. Thank you to SFU Venture Labs, who is our venue sponsor. Others, Fasken, Raymond James, Tandem, OKR, Western Pacific Trust Company, Go Recruitment, and Inwest have been really staunch supporters of VANTEC for many years. We also have a number of community partners. eFund and WoodIF are the associated funds. Also, we have support from Keiretsu, Rocket Builders, NACO, ACA, Go Recruitment, Spring, Volition, Tandem, and the Western Economic Diversification of Canada and NRC. As a member of VANTEC, you do get some extra perks, and one of the extra perks is that you're automatically members of the US-based Angel Capital Association and the Canadian-based National Angel Capital Organization. Today's agenda, we've already started. We're going to start off with community announcements, followed by company presentations. We're going to start with the 90-second pitches, updates, and previews, followed by the full presentations. We have 5 of them today. And then after the presentations are done, we've got the founder and investor networking. And you've experienced a little bit of that if you were here before the meeting. We're always looking for feedback. It's been 23 years, hard to believe it, but it has been 23 years, and we've really changed and evolved over those 2 decades. And it's all thanks to our community who give us a lot of feedback of what they would like to see from us to make sure that we showcase our local entrepreneurs. So when we send out the previews and update votes, the companies that make 90-second pitches today, you'll see a link to vote for your favorite 90-second pitch, because the top voted companies will be invited back for a chance to make a full presentation. For full presentations, companies, there will be breakout rooms dedicated just for them. So instead of Q&A, you'll have the breakout rooms for those people and high-level questions at that time. And if you're really interested, again, coming for the next week's deep dives hosted by those very same companies. And if you're really, really interested, I'm sure those companies would entertain a product demo on site. Of course, we always like to improve, so there will be an event survey after the VANTEC meeting is done. All right, so let's move on to the community announcements. I believe we have some community announcements in the audience. Who wants to speak up? Okay.
If you want me to speak up, I can do
Yeah, that. Go ahead, Jackson. Talk about your startup visa program.
Okay. Firstly, it's VANTEC Startup Visa Program.
Yes, but you run it.
Okay, fair enough. I run it on behalf of the instructions I received from VANTEC. Welcome. Yes, VANTEC has its own startup visa program, and it's always exciting to see the greatest and the latest from the overseas investors. It's always a fun surprise. We actually have a lot of VANTEC members who've attended events, and they've all said very good things about it. So the next, overseas Google might just be available for you to invest, or something even better. So how can you attend this event? Well, there'll be a link that's sent after this event. It contains a Zoom link. Just follow the instructions to register, and then just make sure you show up at the event and make sure you attend. We have a lot of great foreign entrepreneurs, and hopefully you'll find something you like. So that once again, that link will be sent after this event is concluded.
Great. Thank you very much, Jackson. Even better, once these foreign entrepreneurs land here in BC, then they come into the regular VANTEC system and they also get investment too. So it's a virtuous circle here. Now we are hiring, we're growing, and we're looking for a community manager. Frank Leffler, are you on the line? Maybe you could tell us more about this position.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, we are looking for somebody who would love to work with us on a monthly basis and connect with new members that are joining our network, support founders in understanding how we can help them, and be part of the VANTEC team. If you're interested and have the qualifications, which we haven't been very specific on, but you can get a sense for it, work with us and we'll help you figure it out. Please send us an email to info@vantec.ca.
Great, thanks a lot, Frank. We have a number of upcoming events, so if you want to take a look at the vantec.ca today's calendar agenda, all of these events are listed on that agenda. As I said before, we are going to have networking and breakout rooms after all the presentations are done. So the way it works is that we're going to have 2 cycles of 10 minutes each. And these were dedicated breakout rooms for each of the full presenters. They will go for 2 10-minute cycles. After the during these 10-minute cycles, the angel sponsor will field the questions for the field and facilitate the questions for these full presenters. And then once these 2 cycles are done, we all return to the common room, and then we'll be having random breakout rooms 5 minutes apiece until the close of our meeting. House rules. Okay, please mute yourself when not presenting. Phone and PC notifications off when presenting and networking. Make new connections. This is your time to use the time that you're in these breakout rooms to get each other's contact information so you could follow up. And if you wouldn't mind, identify yourself, name followed by your company, whether you're an investor or a community supporter. Tips for entrepreneurs: network, network, network. Make sure you're very assertive in getting those contact information. Keep your GUST information up to date. We share your pitch after the meeting, and we also share your information with the Pacific Northwest Angel Groups. It covers the area of Oregon, Idaho, and Washington State and BC, and that happens once a month, and we promote the companies that present to VANTEC to that group. And we do a lot of cross-border investment. And there's different ways of connecting with each other. Like I said, GUST profiles, we share the docsends, we have a Slack, members only. And of course, when we fill out those feedback forms, investors, if you're really that interested, do put your contact information on the company feedback forms. Of course, next week, May 11th, are investor deep dives. And that's it. We can be contacted in lots of different ways. info@vantec.ca is our main email. Find out more about us by going to our website, and we're connected on social media in LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook. All right, thank you for listening, and we're going to kick things off with our first 90-second pitch, and I believe that's Carolina Valente from VoxCell BioInnovations.
Hey, Basil, thank you. So I'm here to give you guys an update on VoxCell. So I'm Dr. Carolina Valente. I'm the CEO and CSO of VoxCell. And just as an overview, what we are doing at VoxCell is we are creating fully vascularized cancer tissue models. And the idea is these cancer tissue models that we're going to be using as preclinical testing platforms to screen oncology drugs and to say which drugs should not be moving forward to clinical trials. And VoxCell has opened we opened our pre-seed round in December last year. eFund is our lead investor. And we are raising $1 million US. We did our first closing in March, end of March, and we have raised about 60% of the round is fully closed. So we are seeking the remaining 400K. The main goal with this money is really to go towards validation studies of our technology. So we want to prove the efficacy of our tissue models against animal models and against the standard preclinical testing platforms. We also just received 100K from the WELL division, the Women's Equity Lab. Victoria and Vancouver came together this week. So we're able to raise a little bit more money. And we also, all over conferences during this summer, spreading the word on VoxCell and our technology and successfully pitching to a lot of angel groups, also in US. So I'm going to stop right here. I'm going to put my contact on the chat. So if anyone wants to get in touch and learn a little bit more about VoxCell, I'm happy to share the data room and then take it from there. Thank you, Tezo.
Okay, thank you very much. Now we'll move on to the 90-second previews, and VYCO, you're up first.
Hello, everyone. This is Nima Abdullahzadeh from VYCO. So VYCO is a very so let me first explain about the problem. So you probably heard about NFTs, and you may consider buying NFTs for investment for supporting your favorite artists. But you should be very careful in this industry because 80% of assets existing in the industry, in the marketplaces, are either a fraud or have some licensing issues. And if you pay for these can, the money may go somewhere you don't really want it to go. And we have customers coming into us saying we need a solution. And starting 6 months ago, we started building that solution. We call KYA, Know Your Asset, which is an ownership verification platform for assets that results in a publicly available certificate that then can be minted into NFTs and show a proof of ownership to potential buyers and marketplaces. We've been in this industry for more than 12 years. I'm a law graduate. We have AI experts in our team, and we have seasoned entrepreneurs in our team as well. So we know the industry, we know the customers, we have talked to them, and they are ready to purchase our product. And we are going to publicly launch our product in June. To that end, we are raising 500K to further develop our product, but mostly to have a successful marketing campaign in the first 6 months of our launch. Thank you for your attention. I will post my contact details in the chat.
Okay, thank you very much, Nima. Excellent.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, next up is Passage Solutions. And if you want to follow along, again, just go to the vantec.ca website and click on today's calendar, and that's the agenda right there. Okay, Passage Solutions, you're up.
So hello, everyone. Millions of Canadians don't have a place simply because of building supply shortages. For more than 30 years, automation has been used to address the building industry's supply chain issues. But unfortunately, current automation technologies are rigid and cannot adapt to different design scenarios because each land and building is uniquely different. So unlike current solutions, we offer the only patent-pending robotic platform that can produce customized buildings and building components with just a few clicks, up to 10 times faster, 40% cheaper, and with nearly zero waste. We have assembled a world-class team to solve the housing crisis and help our clients tap into a $160 billion construction market in Canada. We design, manufacture, and build residential buildings of up to 18 stories for developers and builders. My name is Peyman Puzci, the founder and CEO of Passage Solutions. My background is in architecture and computational design, and I have developed design processes for more than 5 million square feet of buildings in Asia, Europe, and North America. We seek to raise capital through a seed round to grow our technical and operational teams and to deliver our secured pilot project next year in BC. We are also looking for exclusive partnerships with innovative developers and builders to join forces and build better communities together. Thank you so much for your time and attention.
Thank you so much. That was Passage Solutions. Next up is Purified News. Is Purified News in the audience?
Yeah, we are right here.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. My name is Edward Turnbull with Purified News. Kelly Jones is the founder. He is here. He was supposed to be presenting today, but I'm going to be doing this pitch as something came up. He had to step out briefly. So we have a wonderful new company. It's called Purified News. We do a TikTok style verified AI verified news. It's 20-second news story bursts, and they're independent reporters. So something like you get on social media, so you can pick who you'd like to listen to. The news is verified and it's fast. So for instance, you could get 6 of the top news stories of the day in under a minute and be ready to go and have all your news with absolutely no opinion. We have currently 4 patents with another 14 patents dropping. The real thing is that 71% of people under the age of 40 use social media as their primary source for news. And that's why we're coming into the market. We've raised so far in our pre-seed round about 750,000. We're raising another 400,000 right now in pre-seed. In about 6 weeks, we're going to be presenting at the Founders Forum in UK and the largest stage in Europe with some of the largest names and VCs present, where we're going to be starting our seed round. And we are currently in soft launch. So we're in the market. We're gaining users daily. We'd love you guys to check it out. Download the app. Let's chat. I'm going to put our contact details at the bottom here. And we look forward to speaking more today. And thank you for your time.
All right, thank you very much, Purified News. All these enterprising entrepreneurs have put their contact information in the chat. So now please take note of that. Next up we have is Nectarine Credit. Nectarine Credit, are you in the audience?
Yes. Hey, everyone. Hello, hello. Yeah, my name is Alex Armitage, and I'm the founder and CEO of Nectarine Credit. So Nectarine Credit is a vendor credit software platform that allows manufacturers and distributors to manage their credit application and credit decisioning all in one place. So the current process is completely broken. There are billion-dollar companies right here in Canada sending out hundreds of paper, PDF, and Word doc credit applications to their clients each month just to extend vendor credit. So these billion-dollar companies have no central dashboard for managing their credit process. Most of the companies have zero insight into their entire credit exposure. So this slow and inefficient process wastes time, obviously, and wastes money, and also increases their overall credit risk. So we have an MVP platform. We have a working software platform with clients and revenue coming in the door. As we expand, we're targeting higher ARPU customers who require bigger feature sets. So some of these clients are in the $50,000, $100,000 ARR revenue range. They've seen our platform and they absolutely love what we've showed them. So the competition in this space is either the status quo, that manual paper process that I talked about, or software that's completely dated and inflexible and run by arrogant incumbents. Those are actually not my words, those are their customers' words. So we're raising $500,000 in a safe with a 20% discount or a $3 million valuation cap. We plan to use the funds to build out our tech team and create and build an enterprise sales team. And I'm excited to say that we have soft commitments on a big chunk of the $500,000, including from some Silicon Valley funds and New York investors. And that's just in the first 10 days or so. But we're still waiting on a few checks. So if you're interested, please reach out. A couple other points. It's important to note that we are solving a real problem in a sector that is completely ripe for disruption. So the big behemoths in the sector, like Dun & Bradstreet and Experian, they were founded in the 1800s. So this is a huge opportunity. And finally,
Thanks a lot, Alex.
Oh, sorry, I went over.
Time's up.
All right.
That's great. But put your contact information.
Yeah,
in
and
the
I'll drop
chat
it in.
So that, yeah, and that way people can find out some more information about it. All right. Let's hear from SapienML.
Hello.
Thank you. Thanks for your time. Thanks for everyone to listen. My name is Will Parker, and I'm CEO and founder of SapienML, and we're a company that focuses on data extraction and de-identification in the healthcare system. We are focused on empowering healthcare data. The problem is healthcare data is meant for primary patient care. And when you have to use it for secondary use, it's limited and it's stringent based on legal restrictions as well as the protection of patient privacy. But there is so much potential to use medical data for multiple secondary uses, whether it's research, product development, analytics, improved billings, improved monetization of hospital institutions. And so we focus on that area. As well, public health systems or resources are quite limited. Patient data is very hard to aggregate. And if patient data is breached, it's massive fines with respect to health regulatory processes. We focus on this as well. We are unlocking health data, which is a $100 billion opportunity. We were founded in 2019 in Vancouver. Last year, we did 250K in revenues, and this year we're on our way to 600K. We expect to grow to 57 million by 2026, and we're looking for 2 million in investment right now. Our platform focuses on two products, which is DataRig and Sapien Secure. DataRig extracts, Sapien Secure de-identifies. It places it in our Sapien Connect platform, and we allow healthcare institutions to optimize billing, conduct audits on their operations, get dashboards, monetize data for research and other commercially purposes. We have lots of very happy customers. This is our core team. Myself, as well as Brian, our AI systems architect, and Savis, who's our chief medical officer and helping us explore and expand our customer base. These are our current customers across the top. Bottom row is where we're going in the future. We're in negotiations with many of these. It's a massive TAM, 2.6 trillion.
All right, so there's such good information, SapienML. Hopefully in the breakout rooms, you might be able to answer some of the questions. And please, everybody, just take a look at the chat. Maybe you can ask SapienML more questions. Next up is Geenees.
Yeah, 1 second. I'm just going to share it. You can see it, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, hi, everyone. Nice to meet you. My name is Levi Berenson, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Geenees. Geenees is a social gifting platform where you can actually grant wishes for families in need. Why? Because families need essentials. Donors are looking to give impactfully and directly, and nonprofits are really struggling to facilitate them in a meaningful way. How does it work? We work with nonprofit organizations, and they invite their families to create personal and anonymous wish lists of any items they need, from everyday essentials to groceries and even dental and educational services. Donors can seed any item to donate, and it is delivered directly to the organization or the family. The magic behind Geenees is 100% of the donation actually goes to the family in a form of a product or service, where we have created a win-win-win marketplace. We'll leverage affiliate partnerships with retailers and service providers, as well as a B2B SaaS model for nonprofits to get listed on Geenees. We're available across Canada and have granted over $55,000 in donations. And now we want to expand across North America. We're able to facilitate full cycle of product donations as well as service donations, and have a direct delivery to families in need. Trust and credibility are crucial in the nonprofit world, and partnerships with large foundations will be key to scale. Our team has the expertise in technology operations and startups, and now we're ready for a full seed round and looking for mentors in SaaS, philanthropy, and marketplace. Thank you and for helping us pioneer the new age of giving.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Next up is Revela Systems.
Hi, everybody. So my name is Mike, Business Development Lead for Revela, and I'm here today because we're looking for advisors and investors to support us with bringing our product to market. We provide a machine learning model monitoring platform for developers needing pre-built tools to scale their model deployments. In a nutshell, we give them a check engine light for their machine learning models. Through our 3 years of developing machine learning for the tech industry, we've identified 2 camps of customers, each with a distinct problem. Camp 1 is the monitor manually / build in-house camp. They are committing up to 30% of their valuable engineering resources for manually monitoring their models or supporting in-house monitoring infrastructure. These customers have a scalability problem. Camp 2 is the deploy and hope for the best camp. They deploy their models with little visibility on how they are performing in production. These customers are the ones at risk of ending up in the news for deploying discriminatory or irresponsible AI. These customers have a quality control problem. We are in the midst of the 4th industrial revolution, where the global AI market is projected to grow by 880% over the next 7 years. We feel the timing is right to be supporting this growth through machine learning infrastructure tools that will help companies scale this technology safely and economically. Unlike our competition, we are focusing on integration with upstream and downstream channel partners rather than pushing our own siloed environment on developers. We are backed by the Alacrity Canada Foundation, including 2 PhD professors with deep experience in machine learning. For us to get to the next level, we're looking for support from angels and B2B enterprise, SaaS sales experience, and/or a broad network of early to mid-stage software companies. Please see our guest profile for the full presentation.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Next up is Emobility Energy.
Great. My name is Will Fan. So what kind of company are people saying about Tesla? People say it is an electric car company, but really it's much more. It's actually a data company. We at Emobility are working towards becoming the Tesla for micro e-mobilities. Currently, more and more e-bikes or electric scooters are seemingly attracting a lot of attention to thieves. This issue has sprung up with fleet rental companies, lack of respect and space to park them at, including delivery riders. What if we can monitor our micromobility? What if we can simply just park it at designated docking station that can do both charging and securing our precious micro e-mobility? My company, Emobility, has designed smart charger stations, which not only charge the e-bike or e-scooter, but it is a matter of minutes, can also charge and secure while live tracking them with our data. We use advanced data science algorithm to open new world opportunities to the ecosystem of electric transportation. With our platform, we can revolutionize and understand our users for more sustainable transportation. Our system collects users and device data, which help in personalize and plan our trips. These are the numbers of vehicles that we sold. We started here in Vancouver. We're one of the greenest cities on the planet. My sales proves it today, and you can see the products in Vancouver on the road every day now. So our market size value right now globally is $45 billion. Just in Canada alone is $1.2 billion. As you can see,
Great, thank you very much. That was Emobility. I heard revenues. Wow, what a concept. All right, so to get more information, just take a look in the chat. You can reach out directly to the folks at Emobility Energy. Next up is Troop Impact. All the way from a different time zone, Toronto, I believe.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kelly, and I am the founder of Troop. And I believe that we're entering into a new type of economy, an economy where businesses need to create purpose and meaning in the workplace or risk being left behind. The problem is that for small to mid-sized businesses, that's not easy to do. So I've created Troop as a software solution to help those businesses create social impact programs, and we do it in a way that engages all of their employees. Here's how it works. When a business signs up, they commit to fulfilling a certain amount of tangible needs every month. At the beginning of the month, we send out a notification to all of their employees. We provide them with a curated list of a few local needs. The employees get the opportunity to read about these needs in their community, the organizations that submitted them, and then they cast their vote for the need that they want their business to fulfill most that month, so the cause that resonates most with them. Middle of the month, we close the vote, we process fulfillment for the top voted need, and at the end of the month, we're sending out an impact report with pictures, video messages, a note of thanks so that everybody can really see and feel how their business has shown up for the local community. For this service, we charge a fee of $2 per employee per month, and we're off to a great start. We've got over 500 employees onboarded onto the platform. We've got partnerships with the likes of Home Trust, MCAN Mortgage Corporation, and we've got a 70% employee vote participation rate. I myself have experience starting and growing businesses with 2 exits under my belt. I've got a great team that I'm working with and a fabulous group of advisors. I'm raising a pre-seed funding round for $1 million through a convertible note, which will give me a runway of 24 months. And I welcome conversations with anybody who's interested in hearing more. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so with Troop, that ends all of our 90-second pitches. Take a look at the chat box. Besides seeing all the contact information from our fantastic entrepreneurs, click on the link to choose your favorite 90-second pitch, because the ones who get the top votes will be invited back to pitch again at a VANTEC at a longer presentation. So take a little bit of time, click on that link, and choose your favorites. Now, we're going into the full presentations now. No, these full presenters were just like these 90-second pitches, and because of your votes, they are now doing a full 5-minute pitch. And how it works here is that we will have their angel sponsor give an introduction as to why they think they are worth paying attention to. The companies will pitch for 5 minutes, and then we redo the process again with the next full presenter. After all the presentations are done, then we move into the breakout rooms. Like I said, we have 2 cycles of 10 minutes, and the angel sponsors will facilitate the Q&A in those rooms before we move to random networking. So first up is Ibbaka and Kirk Hamilton. Please tell us why we should be paying attention.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much, Delzal. We have Ibbaka, I guess, is really at the launch of a significant growth, very well positioned for growth. They've got traction, they've tested their market, they have real customers, real revenue, and they're coming back to us now for really an investment for growth capital. They're also very capital efficient. So in their sales, while they're trying to drive obviously recurring revenue and build up that recurring revenue base, they are doing a significant amount of consulting, professional services, in other words, to their clients in order to get the traction and make the sale or make the recurring revenue sale and subscription revenue. These clients actually come back to them for more professional services. So much of the professional services are actually recurring in themselves. They are solving a real problem in the marketplace for those innovative high growth companies. They have those companies have a pricing problem, may have done an acquisition, and they're trying to figure out, how do I price properly to get the best value, and best value for me, capture the best value for our company as I merge these 2 companies together and the 2 product sets together. Or in the case of new product introductions, companies that are innovating with new products or new packages out there, how do I change and establish the value and make sure that I'm pricing to capture that value for my company? So that's the focus of the business. It certainly captures the interest of the CEO because it means revenue growth and profit growth of the companies. So I'll turn it over to Stephen to explain more. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much, Kirk. And Delzar, are you going to start the timer? There we go. So thank you very much for giving Ibbaka the opportunity to present to the VANTEC community today and to tell the story of how we've gone from market validation to growth, and to introduce our Seed 2 financing. My name is Stephen Forth, and I am the CEO and a co-founder of Ibbaka. Ibbaka helps everything as a service companies accelerate growth. For these companies, pricing is a strategic decision where they often struggle, and Ibbaka designs their pricing models and then helps them execute on their pricing through our software platforms. We found the sweet spot in our market, innovative companies that are in a rapid growth phase. And as a result, we are expecting revenues to grow from 1.8 million last year to 4.8 million this year, of which subscriptions are a rapidly growing component. Over the last 6 months, leading indicators have taken off. Bookings have gone from 250,000 in Q4 of last year to almost 600,000 in Q1 of this year. ARR has climbed above 200,000, and the average deal size is increasing. Our pipeline has gone from just under $1 million in Q4 to 2.6 million at the end of Q1, and it continues to grow. Why is this happening now? Well, people are realizing that pricing is a critical growth driver. B2B subscription models are taking over many industries, and people are seeing usage-based pricing as a powerful growth driver. At the same time, inflation is creating a sense of urgency as many companies are going back to rethink how they do pricing. Our market opportunity is with the rapidly expanding everything as a service sector, where aggregate revenues are going from 419 billion in 2021 to a forecast 2.3 trillion in 2028. New ways to deliver products require new pricing and new skills in order to execute. What are our customers saying? Ibbaka's approach to value-based pricing has transformed how we go to market, providing us a new growth model and the pricing model to support it. They help guide our own innovation by connecting price to value. That's Rob Hone, the CEO of IdeaScale, an innovation platform. We began working with them last year, and since the beginning of this year, they have expanded the revenue that they are giving to us by over $100,000. We deliver our solutions through two software platforms. The value pricing dashboard connects value and pricing in one platform and helps our customers manage them across the customer journey, while our skill and role coverage platform defines and measures the skills needed to execute. Together, these drive continuous improvement for our innovative customers in the everything as a service space and build subscription revenue for Ibbaka. Our competitors come from the pricing software space, PriceFX and Pros, and the value management space, LeveragePoint and DecisionLink. But the pricing companies only handle pricing and the value companies only handle value. Now, it's true that some consultants, such as Simon Kucher and Partners, do bridge this gap. But Ibbaka is the only company providing a comprehensive software solution for the commercial execution of new pricing models. We are seeing our revenue grow from 4.8 million to a forecast 12 million by 2024. And importantly, the subscription component of that is growing from 22% this year to a forecast 40% by 2024. We have an experienced executive team that offer thought leadership, operations excellence, and deep technical skills, and a very experienced and, more importantly, highly engaged board. You heard from Kirk at the beginning of our presentation. We're raising our Seed 2 round at 50% per share into preferred shares at a pre-money valuation of 9.1 million. And this is on the path to a Series A of 5 to 7 million in 2023. Our opportunity to exit is with the CRM companies, Salesforce or HubSpot, who are looking for ways to extend their functionality and the footprint within the enterprise, and pricing software providers such as PriceFX and Pros. And we are already building relationships and partners with all of these companies. Another possible exit is to a large consulting firm such as Deloitte or McKinsey, who are looking for platforms where they can deliver their professional services as subscriptions. So thank you for your time, and we look forward to any questions you may have.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Ibbaka. You will have your dedicated networking room after all the presentations are done. Everyone, take a look at the chat. There is a link for you to give some feedback to Ibbaka. Now, we've been operating for a couple decades now, and we find that a lot of the companies that are in our ecosystem come to VANTEC first. We're usually very early in their fundraising. So any kind of feedback that you give them is greatly appreciated. So take a few moments, click on that link, and just go with your gut feel, because it's usually it's most true for your comments that will be shared with Ibbaka and all these other full presenters. Okay, we'll move on to the next full presentation. That's ROAR, and Paul Broussard is going to introduce ROAR. Tell us why we should be investing in ROAR. Paul?
Hi, I think Paul is just wrapping up a class right now. Let me just confirm really quickly.
Okay, well, if it's all right with you, Maya, we'll switch things up a bit, and we'll put ROAR at the end, and we'll have NANOSentinel present next. And okay, Dave Thomas, are you on the line?
Hi, Thousley. Yes, I am.
Great. So tell us why we should be paying attention to NANOSentinel.
All right, so NANOSentinel has a very interesting hardware product that they've been developing for the last 2 years. I've been very impressed with Viri Perez and the effort, and also the true science and technology that has gone into the product. The feedback from the marketplace is positive. One of her initial customers is Cummins, and that has gone well and leads to a long-term relationship with them. It's an interesting combination of product, consumable, and eventually perhaps a managed service. Many different industries are available to NANOSentinel, including fuel cell, water, mining. And I'm impressed with the fact that it can be a diagnostic tool, a health and safety device, or something that's used in remediation or preventing the liability of remediation. I'd like to let Viridiana tell you more about NANOSentinel. Thank you.
Hi, Dave. Thanks, everyone. My name is Viri Perez. I'm the CEO and co-founder of NANOSentinel, and NANOSentinel is enabling trace metal analysis in real time. Measuring trace metals from liquid or solid samples is very difficult. The process is neither time or cost effective, and this is a problem for many industries. The only option to measure metals is this bulky instrument that requires a permanent setup. It's very difficult to use, it's slow, and it's easy to make mistakes while you're using it. Many industries need to measure trace metals. We focused on fuel cell manufacturers. They need to monitor trace metals in water that exhausts the fuel cell to prevent two things: permanent failure of the unit and the release of metals in the environment. To measure metals, they need an on-site lab, which is expensive and hard to maintain. Contracting this service from outside labs delays work for at least 2 weeks, impacting the bottom line. We fill this gap for the Canadian market, which is a $125 million opportunity and continues to grow with the local energy sector. Our solution is a portable, automated, and fast mini laboratory. Our device shows results in only 4 minutes using 1 drop of sample and producing less waste. It has a friendly user interface and does not require calibration. We have transformed a complex scientific process into a quick and user-friendly integrated solution. We are a B2B platform as a service company. This includes hardware rentals, consumable sales, a multi-platform web app, and data packaging. We have 3 different subscriptions depending on the number of devices and the usage of our proprietary metal database. We monetize the access to our database, so the customer pays for each additional metal they need to measure as an add-on, and we recover the cost of the device in under 3 months. Even our high volume membership allows our customers to save 3 times more than the incumbent technology. We did our first paid demo in Ontario last March with Cummins New Power, an international leader in engines, a patient early adopter, and a potential channel partner as they begin servicing their units in the field. We're now in conversation to onboard them with our annual subscription. Our free trial, paid demo, and subscription transition allows us to recover the cost of the trial while demonstrating the value of the technology. This is a picture of a senior scientist at Cummins using our device to test their samples and operating our web app from their own computer. At the end of the day, we are scientists selling to scientists. We understand their work and what they need, and this is part of our competitive advantage. Our competitors are not fast or portable, and they produce a lot of waste. And yes, there are some companies with inline automated devices, but they require a permanent installation, continuous services, and are not as accurate as our device. Space in an industrial laboratory or a production floor is not a luxury every company has, and NANOSentinel fills these needs with our portable device. Our platform can create value for untapped markets that avoid using the incumbents because it's too difficult or too expensive. Mineral exploration and environmental health and safety are only two of the markets that we have found accessible right now. So many people avoid using the old instrument altogether that I estimate more markets will need our solution in the future. So right now our focus is on fuel cells, with the advantage that about half of the Canadian market is right here in town. We bring value to our customers by combining our main areas of expertise: chemistry, sensors and electronics, and software. And our scientific and business advisors continue to help us sharpen our strategy and make our way into the market. We have supported our R&D with funds from IRAP from 2020 until now. Today, we have a product that has been field tested, and we are now growing our client base. We are raising 1.5 million for a pre-seed round. The funds will be used for product engineering, hiring a team to increase capacity in business development, marketing, and customer support. And we are still looking for contacts in the fuel cell and mining industry. So if you have any suggestions, please let us know. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Everyone, take a look in the chat. There will be a link for you to click to give some feedback on NanoSentinel technologies. So remember that this feedback is very important to these entrepreneurs because this is usually the start of their capital raise, and they'll be pitching at other events and to other groups and to other funds, and maybe even to you. Should you want to do more than a deep dive. And speaking of deep dives, next week, the 11th, make sure it's marked on your calendar. It will be deep dives. Email the entrepreneurs directly for as a video link and or the location of their physical location within the SFU Venture Labs, which is generously donated physical space for the deep dives. Okay, are we ready to hear from Roar?
So yeah, I'll do my quick intro. I'm assuming we're at that point. So introducing Maya. I've gotten the opportunity to work with Maya now for about a year and a bit, I think. And just incredible entrepreneur. And I know anybody could come up here and say that about any entrepreneur, but the thing I'm super impressed with is her drive, her capability, the ability and willingness to get it done, and coachability is through the roof. So every time I talk to her, it's just an amazing experience, and she's like applies the coaching like that. So always good points of view for an entrepreneur, and the business has huge opportunity to it. So I'm really excited to introduce Maya and Roar.
Thank you, Paul. Maya, you're up.
Amazing. Okay, well, I'm going to screen share. Perfect. Awesome. Well, my name is Maya. I'm the CEO and founder of Roar. How many of you have currently used OpenTable to book restaurant reservations or skip the dishes to order food to your home? Now, what if you guys can also book and manage all of your personal services on one app? As we're all aware, over the past few years, there has been a major shift in consumer behavior and expectations, as people are now accustomed to doing way more online, and they expect everything at the tip of their fingertips within the span of seconds. And let's face it, COVID-19 hasn't really helped that at all. We've just kind of accelerated the trend. And so at Roar, what we're doing is we're taking the next logical step in helping consumers book and connect with their services that they need every day on one easy to use booking platform. And so right now they are able to choose from a broad variety and category of businesses from, all the way from hair to Cairo. And so right now our tool and Roar itself acts as a CRM by allowing them to basically search, filter, book, and pay for all of their services all on one platform, and allows our AI to assist them with booking their appointments. Where are we currently? Since incorporating in July, we've raised our pre-seed funding round, which has allowed us to hire our director of sales, our marketing manager, and our development team. Since onboarding our director of sales in September, we've onboarded 153 vendors, and that is only with one sales rep in the field. So you can imagine what we would be able to do with a team of 10. And our team has grown to over 6 individuals with over 10 years of combined sales, marketing, web development, and executive leadership experience. So we're very excited to see what we're going to be doing with that, as well as our team is comprised of 75% women. So we're very, very proud of that as well. However, Roar doesn't just stop at a marketplace. We have huge visions for what we want to go into. And our experience with our team and our strategy of market validation before product development has allowed us to truly understand what our clients and customers want out of our product. And so we're really excited to be releasing features like wait lists and social booking. We know females love to get their nails done together, pay later options for bigger services, the procedures that are 5,000 to 10,000, if not more, concierge services and more. However, what we're truly excited about, is our expansion into InsurTech, where employees and individuals will be able to, on applicable appointments, of course, and services, be able to input their employee benefits information and automatically get the deductions off of their bookings. So we will handle all of the direct billing to do with that, as we know it is a bit of an inconvenience and a hassle to kind of do and submit the claims. So we're very excited to implement that. And as you guys know, a very basic marketplace model where we have the vendor consumer side. We operate on a monthly subscription for the vendor, and we take commission off of every appointment booked. We're looking to get into obviously the premium listings and expanding into the credit card and fintech side of things for businesses and vendors. Consumers, we're going to have something very similar to Uber Eats Pass, where you will have access to the Roar Elite subscription, where you'll have access to our concierge and benefits and points reward systems. And then corporate, where we're looking into insurance and strategic partnerships like Fit on Tour, one that we have currently, where we'd be working with artists and actors to arrange all of the services and makeup and all of that to kind of get them done if they are traveling to another city for their shooting. Where we are, we've talked about that. Where we're going is the exciting place. So we released our MVP launch here about 3 weeks ago. And we are about to raise our 1 million seed round. Our full product launch with the in-app booking will be released in June, and all the features that we discuss will be released between September of this year and March of next year. We currently have over 150 businesses, as mentioned, on the platform, and we're looking to get to 500 by the end of the year, with 500 users once we launch in June. We're looking for 1 million to expand our software development, marketing, and sales departments and get us geared up for launch here in June. So I'm excited to network with all the investors here, as well as individuals who would be strategic partnerships for FinTech and InsurTech, as we are looking to expand our industry knowledge in those departments as well. Thank you.
Well done. Thank you very much. That was ROAR, everybody. Take a look in your chat box for that feedback form. Click on it. Go with your gut feel. So while you're doing that, our team is going to set up the breakout rooms. There'll be one each for Ibbaka, ROAR, and NANOSentinel. You'll be randomly put into one of those rooms for 10 minutes. Like I said, you do not have to stay in that room. You can move between the rooms for the 10 minutes and then a subsequent 10 minutes. So we'll get that set up. And I want to thank everybody for attending. Again, shout out to the VANTEC team, Jackson Wu and Wendy Tan. They're the ones that are working hard behind the scenes to get this going online. And don't forget, next week is the deep dives for the companies. Email the companies directly for the details of how to do a deep dive with them, either online and or a physical location at SFU Venture Labs. And then right after that, we have our Founders and Funders Social. We're very excited about that because we haven't seen a lot of you since pre-COVID. So it should be just a great time. Thank you, everyone, and enjoy the breakout rooms.